What's up guys, welcome to a new Unreal Engine 5 video. Today I am showcasing amazing world creation tools that will save you a lot of time, improve your workflows, and make your scene look 100 times better in no time. Thanks to the team at Polygonflow for reaching out and providing these amazing tools. So let's get started. Alright, so it's called the GraphN Library, and there are many tools from its libraries that you can use in order to fill in your worlds procedurally in a matter of seconds. For example, they have these videos where they show how to make a realistic coastline in Unreal Engine in literally 4 minutes, or really create a realistic mouse environment in under 5 minutes, or scattering leaves around a path in under 4 minutes. Like really, this is truly impressive. So also check out these videos. I will go ahead and link them in the description. In this video, I will be quickly showcasing some of them and how you can start using them. You can get a free trial for GraphN Library through the first link in the description, so check it out. Also, they do provide many tutorials, documentation, and a Discord server, so they got you covered. Also, if you want, I can make more tutorials and videos on this. Alright, so let's begin by showcasing one of my favorite tools, the moss buildup. So let me just go ahead and get a tree stump and just drag it over here. So basically, I'm gonna be adding a lot of moss into this object, and literally in a few clicks. So you will see how cool it will start looking. So now I can go here into the GraphN Tools Library button. Let's go ahead and activate this, and you'll see a pop-up here. So now we can go into the Tools Library, and we have the whole bunch of them over here listed. So the one that we want over here will be the moss buildup. Let's go ahead and select it, and you will see that we have a lot of parameters here that we can start changing. So the first thing is surface meshes. So this is basically the objects that we want to have the moss on. So in this case, it will be this tree stump. So we go ahead and rename this to just tree stump, so it's a bit more, clean. And then I can just go ahead and press add, and then this object will be assigned, as you can see over here. And then we have the moss meshes, which is basically the moss model itself. So in here, I will go ahead and find my moss, which is this one right now. And okay, so this is not exactly a moss model. I had some trouble finding some cool ones in megascans, but look, it will do the job. You will see that when it's on, it does look like moss, so there's no problem. Let me just go ahead and rename this to be moss, and now I can just go and select it and then go into moss meshes and just add it. And you can see that instantly the moss will be procedurally added into the object, and it's already looking really cool. So of course, now we can start changing some of the values. For example, the density, I can put it to 0.8, and you'll have more density and so on. So you can start testing this. For example, you can put just 0.2. It will have a couple of them, so you can really start messing around to get what you want. Now, of course, there are many more options. For example, the max scale, you can put maybe this to 5, and have some really interesting shapes. But yeah, like this is just going ahead and test. Now you can play with the composition of having really small models and then a high density, so there's like more detail. You can play a lot with the options over here, but overall I will go ahead and leave it for you, so you can go ahead and start customizing. Of course, there are many more options, like for example the angles, the patch density, and so on. Right now I will not touch them, okay, because I do need to experiment with them a bit more, but you get the idea. It is really customizable, and the most important thing, very easy to use, which is one of the greatest things over here. Alright, so now let's go ahead and move on to see one of the auto tools. And the creators just told me that actually you can use one of their tools, which is basically Alpha Cut, to go ahead and cut moss or leaves from the atlases, for example, in megascans. So the problem that I had before, where I could not really find a proper moss model, where this tool basically solves this. And of course, it's not only for moss, it can be for whatever model. So this is extremely powerful, as you can see. Alright, so before continuing with the next tool, I just wanted to mention that they also have this node system, I guess we'd call it, which basically you can do what I'm doing right now with the pop-ups, but with nodes. And of course, it's more advanced and so on. But the devs told me that right now they're focused more on the pop-up type, which is easier to use and stuff. So I completely agree with them. So right now, they're focusing more into that. So that's why I'm not covering it in this video. But yeah, so you can see the screen, how it looks and stuff. Alright, so the next tool is basically basically will scatter some objects all around this terrain right now. Okay, of course, again, we will have a lot of parameters to be able to control it. Of course, I've just painted this landscape in a minute, so of course this can look much better. It's just a demonstration to showcase it, but overall you can see if I go into megascans, let's go into my plants, and for example just get this willow here. So let's say that I'm gonna be spawning this plant all around this. So what I can do is go and select the landscape, and I'm also gonna rename this into willow, so it's a bit. So let's select the landscape again, click on the GraphN Tools Library button, and let's go into the tools section over here. And now you can go into surface scatter, and now we can go ahead and add this, so it will add the landscape. And now I can select the willow and then just add it. And now instantly you will see that it will automatically go ahead and scatter all the willows around the map. Really cool, okay, really fast, in an instant, of course. So now we can start, of course, change the density. For example, we can put 1 and it will, just go ahead and completely fill the map. As you can see, it looks really cool, but of course it is lagging a bit, so let's go ahead and drop it a bit, maybe not so much, maybe 0.9. yeah, but I like 0.9. It's starting to look pretty good. Now of course, again, you can change, like for example, the gradient scale on how it will transition between two. Now of course, I don't really know how to change the parameters, okay, I'm quickly experimenting with it. So right now I don't exactly know how I could, change this completely, but you get the idea. Of course, with a little of the attention into the documentation, you can really improve all this. Again, you can change the max scale to be 2, for example, and make them bigger, and then the minimum 2.5, so they're even a bit smaller, so there's a better contrast between the two. But this really can really start improving a lot, okay? And there's so many tools that I'm gonna show you. For example, you can go ahead, as you can see right now in the clip of a video, and it's basically draw a spline, so it will like create this path where there's no any vegetation on and so on. This really can improve a lot, of course. Now of course you can see that also we have some noise applied and everything, so basically it adds all of this with realistic parameters that makes the scene look good and not artificial, like if actually this was like spawning because of the rain and so on. So this is really cool, okay? All of this does really make it worth it. They also have new incredible upcoming tools, like for example this one over here, the physics paint. This is really impressive, so yeah, there's a lot more to come. And that's it guys, don't forget to check it out, first link in the description. And always remember that today I just showcase some of the tools. There are many more, you can do so many cool stuff with this, so go ahead and investigate by yourselves because it is definitely worth it. So yeah, first link in the description. If you found the video helpful, I would really appreciate you could like the video and subscribe to my channel, and also join my Discord server. I have lots of Unreal Engine 5 tutorials and videos, so if you're gonna go ahead and check them out, go ahead. Now yes, with all that said, bye bye.